Hi guys, what's up? This is Dr. Lassa Muhammad. Welcome to Online Clinic. If you are new here, try to subscribe. After subscribing, click on the bell icon so you get updated and drop our next video. Welcome to the clinic. Now, for you all that have been liking, sharing our content, we really appreciate you. Thank you very much and God bless you. And if you are not joining for the first time, kindly subscribe and also click on the bell icon so you get updated and so you'll be the first to be updated and get on drop our next video. And those that have been watching, kindly share. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So today we'll be talking about food for an African diabetic patient. Now, before we get into today's nitty-gritty, let me just make you understand some things. Now, the whole thing about diabetes. What is diabetes? Now, in a layman word, say diabetes just simply means the increase in the blood sugar level. Now, what actually make the blood sugar level being increased? What are the factors? Now, basically, there are basically three types of diabetes. There are diabetes type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. Now, the type 1, you have the insulin dependency and non-insulin dependency, while the gestational diabetes is what some women get when they're pregnant, but after they give birth, their blood sugar level goes to normal. Now, the type 1 is more of hormonal, is more of type of hormonal imbalance in which your insulin is, you don't have insulin at all, no insulin, and your pancreas cannot secrete insulin, in which you have accumulated blood sugar in your system, while the diabetes type 2, in which you have insulin, your pancreas is secreting insulin, but it is not enough to help you in converting or storing your glucose or your sugar, so that you have extra sugar in your blood. So now the diabetes type 2 is also known as what? Dietary diabetes, in which you get it from your diet, things you eat, that what makes your sugar level increases. And if you tend to watch what to eat, cut down some things, especially things that have a lot of calories and sugar, there's every tendency that your blood sugar level can drop down even to normal, you understand. So today I'll be giving you the timetable, that's like a full timetable for an African diabetic patient. Now after this video we'll be dropping for other continents. To drop for Asia, we'll drop for South America, but this one is just for Africa, you understand. So there's something you should know. We Africans, we eat much. That's number one. We eat much, and we don't, and we have some kind of food that are only you can only get them in Africa or in some countries in Africa. So I'll be dropping those food, and if you don't understand some things, you can always drop your question in the comment section. Then we'll continue our discussion there. So let's go. Now for the breakfast for the African diabetic patient, let's start for Monday. For the Monday, I picked Lipton tea or green tea. Any of the two. You have Lipton tea or green tea. And if you want to add milk, you can just add skimmed milk, that is milk with little or no fat, you understand. So that's good for sure. Monday I picked Lipton tea, that or green tea with wheat bread. You are taking your Lipton tea and wheat bread. Now there's a bread that is made from wheat, that is called the wheat bread. You can take that for your breakfast. Then for your lunch, I went with plantain flour. Now in Africa we have this unripe plantain, then the flour in which the plantain is blended, and you get the flour from the plantain. So, and again, what they call swallow. Swallow in Africa means having a food that you can use to make ball, a kind of ball forming, which is swallow. Instead of chewing, you swallow the food. It's called swallow. That's in African setting. So for lunch I picked plantain flour plus vegetable soup. Now vegetable is very essential, especially for diabetes patient, because you have to take a lot of fruit and vegetable. Vegetable helps you in what? Bringing down your blood sugar level, and again contains a lot of vitamins, especially vitamin E, will help in mopping out excess free radicals. So I picked vegetable soup plus fish. Now for diabetes patients, you know that fish and meat, there's some food meats you should go for, especially white meat. Now your red meat, you shouldn't patronize much of red meat. You go for more what? White meat, which are your fish, your chicken breast, and turkey breast. So I'll be giving you them. I'll be writing them in the comments in the description. Okay, so you can also go through them. Wheat meal pap. Now in Africa also there's a way you can get your wheat. You make them into you ground them and you make them into what, like a kind of powder form. They make them to they what they call pap. Pap is like it's like oats, you understand? So you make it hot water, and I know people in Africa can relate, you understand? So you have your wheat pap, then you take it to what, steamed bean pudding. Now steamed bean pudding is just the English name for moi moi. Now most Nigerians, most Western African can relate to what I mean by moi moi, but in English said is beans steamed pudding or steamed beans pudding. That what, so you eat it with your pap, your wheat pap. So that was take for your dinner, something light. Then for Tuesday, for breakfast, I went with oatmeal. Oats is very good for diabetes patient because it has whole grains. It's an whole grain food in which whole grain helps in what, mopping out excess glucose from the system, so it's good. Then I picked oatmeal plus skimmed milk. Then you can eat that with your beans cake. Now beans cake also in African setting, in that is the English is called beans cake, but in your local setting it's called what, akara. In Nigeria it's called akara. In Ghana I guess it's also akara, and other part of Africa also. So but English is called beans cake. You can take your oatmeal plus your beans cake for your breakfast. Then for lunch, I went with wheat meal. Now remember when I told you about the wheat, when you make it in a powdery form. Now in that, when you make it a powdery form, you can make it as either a pap or in form of swallow, in which you make it thick and in terms of ball, you understand? So I know my African people can relate to that. So actually I made that is wheat meal plus seafood okra. Now okra is a vegetable, and having seafood, the seafood in it, like your fish, your crabs, shrimps, they are very good for diabetic patients, so it's very good. Then for dinner, I went with unripe plantain with garden egg stew and chicken. Now unripe plantain, it's very good for diabetic patients, with garden egg sauce or garden egg stew with chicken. And the best part of chicken to take is what, the breast. The breast chicken is very nutritional, and it's like white meat, you understand? Then for Wednesday breakfast, I went with wheat millet pap. Either you go for the wheat pap or the millet pap, which I explained earlier on, with steamed beans pudding. Now you can go with either steamed beans pudding, which is the moi moi, or the beans cake, which is what, the akara. Any of the two is perfect for you. Then for lunch, I went with what, jollof basmati rice with vegetable plus fish. Now when I said rice, I mean basmati rice. Basmati rice is a rice that is very low in starch, and it's recommended for diabetes patients. And you can make anything you want. You can make either jollof rice, just white rice, fried rice. When I mean jollof rice, you start saying, oh, Ghana jollof rice. No, but anyone, you can go with any kind of jollof rice you want. I find what, basmati rice with vegetable and fish. Vegetable is always important, you understand? Then for dinner, I went with unripe plantain with chicken sauce or chicken stew. Anyone, you have your unripe plantain with chicken sauce. That is very good. Then for Thursday, for breakfast, I went with Lipton or green tea with wheat bread plus fish stew. Now Lipton tea or your green tea, your wheat bread, and your fish stew or sauce. That is very good for your breakfast. Then for your lunch, I went with wheat meal plus vegetable soup plus fish and or chicken, anyone. Now when I mean vegetable soup, in Africa there are a lot of vegetables. You have your idikaikon, afang soup, anything. After it is green vegetable, it's called vegetable sauce or soup or stew. So it's your own choice. Just pick what works for you. After it's what, green leafy vegetable, anyone. Just go for what works for you. Then for dinner, I went with fish pepper soup. Now pepper soup is light, it's just like having your fish, water, pepper, your condimentos, everything together. So I went to fish pepper soup for dinner. Then for Friday, for breakfast for Friday, I went with water yam plus vegetable sauce and chicken. That's chicken breast. Now, water yam, as you heard the name yam, you think it's carbohydrate, but it has lesser starch when compared to your normal white or yellow yam. So I think it is recommended for for diabetes patients. They recommended they can take water yam. Then for lunch, I went with cooked beans. Now, beans also, although it has carbohydrate in there, but it also has protein. It's better when you have two evils. It go best to go for what the lesser evil. You understand? So, cooked beans is also proteinous, and I will recommend that for diabetes patient also. Then for dinner, I went for wheat or millet meal with vegetable soup, either afang soup or this kind of anyone. Now, you should know when I say wheat meal, that when you make it in form of swallow. When I say wheat pap, what to make in terms of what you can take in the pap like oat in terms of oat form. So you should know the difference wheat meal and wheat pap, or millet meal or millet pap. Any of the two can work for you. Saturday breakfast for Saturday, I picked wheat meal or wheat sorry I for Saturday I picked wheat or millet pap. Anyone, either you go for wheat pap or millet pap with beans. Now, since you add beans, that is for Friday dinner, you still have some portion remaining. Then you can use the portion for your breakfast for Saturday morning. That's with either wheat pap or millet pap. Then for lunch, I went with unripe plantain porridge with chicken. Now, having your unripe plantain, the porridge you use making a porridge. Then you add your chicken breast, you understand, or fish, anyone you choose, you understand. Then for your dinner, for Saturday dinner, I went with millet meal or wheat meal, anyone you choose, with vegetable soup. Any of the soups, anyone you can choose, it's from your own choosing, no problem. Just go for what works for you. Now for Sunday, I made for breakfast, I chose Lipton or green tea with wheat bread plus chicken stew or fish stew. Just something to go with it. So it's your choice. Just pick what you want or what works for you for your breakfast with that is your wheat bread, and anything that can go with it. Then for lunch, I picked basmati rice with chicken or fish. Now basmati rice, you can make it in form of white rice, number that's normally white, or jollof or fried. It's your own choosing. Anyone you want, you go with it. Then for dinner, for Sunday, I picked fish pepper soup. Now something that's light, that is your fish pepper soup. Take that, and it's okay for you. Now for diabetes patients, they might have some kind of craving for some snacks, some things they want to take in between meals, something. Now I'll put up some snacks that you can take. Now first, for African diabetic patient can take garden egg and peanut or peanut butter in terms of snacks. They can also take pear, and pear in African is called ube. So you can take ube or pear or avocado. You understand? So they can take that as snacks. You can take this hibiscus drink. Now hibiscus drink is called zobo. That what some African know it as, but in English you call it what hibiscus drink. It's very very medicinal to the health. Then you can also take your beans cake as your snacks. Takes beans cake. What beans cake also is known as what akara. You can take it as snacks. So then you can take almond nut or any nut. All nuts are good for your health. So you can take either almond nut or any kind of nut. They are very good for your health. I know this might be kind of it can be kind of so difficult cooking all this food and everything. So I always tell my patient this: it's better you cook this food in large portion and you can store in your refrigerator. Then every morning or for lunch or after, just bring it microwave you eat. So that's what I advise my patient to do. And again, cooking might be kind of difficult, but now we are in the age of we are in the modern age, so we need to have online kitchens. A lot of online kitchens, you can go and check them. I can recommend some for you. I can recommend them Ijalo Kitchen. I can recommend them Genius Kitchen. I can recommend Timmy's 25 Kitchen. Their kitchen, I will drop their contact, their Instagram contact on the description. Also, you can check them out. Also, they can cook for you in large portion. You save it at home. Then when you just try to microwave, then you eat, and you can serve for like a week or two. That will also help you in terms of time management. Also, now each video has been good and helpful. Kindly share with your friends and family, okay? And try to follow us on Instagram at dr_alasa. That's my personal handle. Then you can follow us at Solving Medical Conditions on Instagram also. Now, if you are new here, please also try to subscribe. Now, thank you very much and see you in our next video. Bye bye.